All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My coffee's extra hot and delicious this morning. Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Lori. Hi, Megan. How are you? How's that little baby? Hi, Tina. Good morning, Melissa. Hi, Nancy. Good morning, Caress. Good morning, Anna. I miss you too, babe. I'm so glad. I love her name. Violet's one of my favorite names. Oh, good morning, Roz. Ah, good morning. Hi, Suzette. Did anyone watch the Grammys last night? I caught the last part of it. I guess the last hour or so. Um, that was interesting. Good morning, Cassie. Well, Cliff Notes then, if you didn't see it, Taylor's dropping a new album on April 19th, and I'm very excited about that. She won her 13th Grammy yesterday. And Celine Dion is looking better. Like, she's looking better. Tracy Chapman performed live for the first time in many, many years and was amazing. I thought that Olivia Rodrigo's performance was good too. Miley won her first two Grammys last night and was really awesome. I love Miley though. Um, Jay-Z was very strange. Um, doing doing the least with the most over there. Um, and it was interesting. It seemed like everybody was on some drugs, though. You know what I mean? Or drunk. And Joni. Here, I'm on the fence with Joni because I love Joni Mitchell, but I feel like these performances are like, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence with it. That wasn't my favorite, but I do love Joni. So that's your coffee and magic. I'm just gonna talk about the Grammys today. Hi, Alex. Good to see you. No, but so that's happening, but also like some other um not musical things are happening in this world right now. Um, lest we forget, right? But this country, um, in conjunction with the UK, just bombed the capital of Yemen and is going to continue to do that. So we're like at war now, but it's a secret. But it's just not getting any better. It's a wild time. Um, but how was your weekend? And how's your energy feeling? We are snugly within February now, and I know just from hearing from you guys that we're kind of a mixed bag of energy right now, right? Like some people are feeling pretty decent. Others are kind of up and down. We're still in that shuffle energy. So I'm curious how you're feeling today. You want to rate it 1 to 10, with 1 being roadkill and 10 being fully animated. How are you feeling? How is this energy for you? Cheeky Muffy feels crazy. Like, can we throw some more words on that? Like, what kind of crazy? Hi, Janine. You're 7, Janelle. So that is up and down. Mom, hi, Mom. Mom's a 10. Always a 10. Melissa's a 6. 6, 7, 8 and exhausted. 6, 6.5. Tina says minute by minute, 3 to 8. Feel that. Energy has been so energizing in a good way. 8. Cheeky Muffy says scattered, pulled in many directions. Okay. Roz says spinny 7. Claudia says mid 5, having a hard time sleeping. Anna says up and down. Today exhausted, but yesterday cloud 9. Balance thanks to the Reiki session. Can I just be a question mark? Girl, you be anything you want to be. Feeling good but weird. That's fair. Good but weird is the vibe. Good but weird is a vibe. Yeah, I was away this weekend, so I'm not grounded into my space right now. So I'm just kind of getting my bearings back and just kind of feeling into like how my energy feels and everything. And um I don't know. I feel okay in my body. Like I'm not having the pains in my body like I was, but I think good but weird is me too. Good but weird. Like there's just I don't know. These days there's always something a little bit off. You know what I mean? And the linear time thing is becoming more and more pronounced to me. Have you felt that too? Where it's like this doesn't even exist anymore. And the other question, what was the other question I was thinking about? The time doesn't feel real anymore, and just things don't feel real. Like nothing makes any sense. Like I'm just kind of like looking around and like, oh, what is this? Like, what are we doing here? This is all so weird. You know what I mean? And my dreams have been really intense, and then I wake up and can't remember them. So totally cool. But anyway, we're here for Coffee and Magic this morning. So I'm going to pull some cards for you guys. If you're new, welcome. We do 3 somewhat collective pulls for Coffee and Magic. I give you 3 things to choose from. You choose which one you're drawn to, and then that will correspond with the message for the cards. I'm pulling from the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle deck. And the 3 things we're doing this morning, we're going to do instruments. Okay? Piano, violin, and flute. Which instrument are you feeling this morning? Piano, violin, and flute. Hi, Ricky. Good morning, Nat. Piano, violin, and flute. Drop your selection in the comments. If you would like to buy me a cup of coffee for Coffee and Magic, you will find a link in my bio on Instagram and a link in my bio on TikTok that you can send me a donation if you feel so inclined. Hi, Cindy. Did I say piano first? Piano, violin, and flute, I think. Is that right? Piano, violin, and flute. This week is also the last week of the Normalized Magic workshop for this particular round. They go for 12 weeks at a time. If you are interested in joining us for the next round, send me a note, DM, or email, and we can chat about it. Okay, so piano, violin, and flute. Thank you, Janelle. All right, so I've got piano here. Tell me when you're ready. This looks like a message we've had before. Okay, here we go. So it's piano, violin, or flute. This is your piano. So we've got the cow, the king, and love. Right? Like, didn't we have on Friday, didn't we have something similar to this? Didn't we have like, I know we had the cow. It just feels like a vibe that we've talked about recently. But regardless, here we are. So this is your piano message for this morning. King, cow, and love. So let's start first with the cow. This is the program that has been probably the most difficult for women, right? Because the program that you have originally is that you're supposed to give and give and give and give, and giving is its own reward, right? Give and give and give and give. Now, the issue with that is that it's not a full circuit. So if you're giving but you're not receiving back, that means you are off balance. And when anything is off balance, there will come a correction. And if you're not aware of that, the correction is going to happen in a way that you probably aren't going to like, right? So, for example, somebody who has only given their whole life, right, and never gets anything back from anybody is just kind of like the martyr of their life, right? Like, I'm always serving everybody else. No one ever does anything for me kind of vibes. At some point, they can get sick from resentment, right? And just have an absolute heaviness about them that's like very deeply resentful of everybody else because they're always taking care of people and no one's taking care of them, right? And that can manifest in so many different illnesses, right? So, imbalance is what we're trying to correct. And with the cow, we've been working on this one that if you ask for something, you should also be prepared to receive it, right? What has happened, and I see this like so much in working with you guys one on one too, is that you literally ask for something, it shows up, and then you say, "Oh, no, no, like I wouldn't want to take that. I wouldn't want to take that. That's too much. That's, I don't deserve that. Like, let me leave it. Somebody else will want it, right?" You literally ordered that. So it's basically like you going into a restaurant, like ordering a fancy meal and then saying, like, "Oh gosh, that's so nice and so beautiful. Like, please take it to somebody else who might want it. Like, I don't deserve it. I'm fine with this bread." What? It's like, why did you order it then? So why did you order it if you weren't ready to receive it? Right? And or did you order it because you thought it was never going to come to you and then you were like, "Whoa, shit, I'm not ready to receive it." I don't know what the story is, but either way, this is an ongoing learning with you, right? And so you have this energy here of like ask and receive, ask and receive. And then you've got the king and you've got love. The love card right now is really signifying that shift from being in a fear-based reality into a love-based reality, which is the terms I use for 3D and 5D because I prefer that. That makes more sense to me. Um, Moving into a love-based reality is all about your motivation. So in fear-based reality, this is happening consistently. Sorry, people just call me in the morning. It's crazy. Um, in a fear-based reality, the motivation is fear, right? So, ooh, I better marry you or I'm going to be alone or I better take this job because what if nothing better comes along? Like things are motivated by the fear of losing something or stuff, something like that. Whereas in the love-based reality, you are motivated by how it makes you feel. Like, oh, that would feel really good to me. Let's go ahead and do that, right? And that might feel dangerous to you if you are deeply programmed with the only give, no receive, right? So we have all of that going on, and then we've got the king. This is kind of a jam-packed piano message. A lot of keys here. The king is here because while you are grappling with this, because if you are in a love-based reality, you do have to know how to give and receive. There's not an option to not receive if you're anchored in love energy. The king energy is here to give you that push to say, just do it. Just go ahead and get the thing done. Cross it off the to-do list, right? It's kind of like you've already procrastinated a long, long time in that thing that you just can't seem to get your act together to do. It's time to do it and have that realization that it's like, oh, it's not a big deal. It only took about 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So that is your piano message this morning. The next one is going to be violin. Did that make sense to you guys? We have piano, violin, and flute. Good morning, Kate. No. Thanks, Joanne. Welcome here. Glad you're here. Reminder that I'm here on Coffee and Magic on Mondays at 9 a.m. live, and then Fridays at 10 a.m. live Eastern Standard. And you can always catch replays on my YouTube channel or on my Instagram video section. They are always there after I press end. And if you would like to buy me a cup of coffee, I have a donation link in my profile on TikTok and on my profile on Instagram. Pianos do have a lot of keys. Good morning, Tiffany. All right, I'm shuffling now for violin. Right? Violin. I'm surprised I didn't get a comment that was like, we're going to do the whole orchestra. I would have said something like that. All three of them. Okay. This is your violin. Tell me when you're ready. Also, can you see this color? I feel like it's most accurate on TikTok because I don't have the same kind of filter everywhere. But do you see that? I am obsessed with this color. It has no name. It's just number 71. But I'm about to paint my dining room this color because I'm super obsessed with it. Okay. So this is going to be your violin message for this morning. Good morning, Kelly. The choices are piano, violin, and flute. And this is going to be violin. We just did piano. This is violin. Okay, so here we go. You have the earth fairy, the owl, and the hawk. Whoa, what's this story? Okay, so violin friend, the owl and the hawk. Can we just talk about that first? So you have this is very interesting energy happening around you because it does not, let me just put it this way, it doesn't lend for tranquility because it's like two very separate energies at the same time. So you're, on the one side you're like, oh my god, magic, synchronicities, I am not missing a number lately, like oh my god, like hawks and feathers and 11111 and like all this stuff. And then on the other hand, there's this like energy that's like, okay, but just be aware, be aware. And you're just like, be aware of what? Like, what is even going on, right? Like, what's happening here? Like, I'm getting signs. What are the signs for? And then I'm getting this vibe that like I have to just keep an eye out for something. And it's like, well, great. Do you know what I'm saying? Is that resonating with you, with my violin friend so far? It's like, which lane are we picking? It's like magic, 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 or like is something off? Like, what is it? And it does feel like these are on like both sides of your body, like one side of your body, you know what I mean? Like just like woo, woo. It's like this is so fun. I love this. This is so great. So these two energies just like pulling at you and it's a little dizzying. I mean, do I need to say it another time? I've said it like 3 times. So yes. But then you have the earth fairy. And the earth fairy has an assist for you. So we're gonna tap in and see what that assist is because I'm really curious to know what is the assist here. Okay, so do you remember trees and like the woods and just being outside? Like, do you remember nature? Because the earth fairy is asking you to remember how you connect back into nature. Okay. So it's almost this image of being like plugged back into a charger. This energy here, where it's like, woo, woo, magic signs, and like, oh man, is something wrong? Uh oh, should I be worried? Woo, woo, magic signs. Oh no, like that energy. This is asking you to root into earth energy. Okay. it's not going to fully stop the spin because the spin isn't actually you. Okay. Like, it's not actually you. That's why it feels so weird. Like, you think you're spinning because we're used to that, to be honest with you. Like, that would make the most sense. We're also used to looking at ourselves as the issue first, right? Even if we don't admit it. But this is really telling you like the collective is spinning. So don't expect not to spin. Don't lock your knees. Remember that from a couple years ago? Like, don't lock your knees. You need to be very flexible and able to really move from side to side right now because things are going to be spinny for quite some time. That being said, how do you plug back into earth energy? And I'm saying it that way because there's not one way to do that. Some people literally need to go into the woods, sit at the base of a tree, put the phone down, put your hands on the earth, and just like let it rip, right? So for some people, that is what you need to be doing right now. And if that is you, you know who you are. Maybe go find a tree and proceed, right? The rest of you, I don't know. Is it being in water, right? Is it deepening your meditation practice? I don't know. But whatever it is that you specifically do to connect to earth energy, that is what you need right now so that you feel a little less spinny, but more importantly, you're back in your body, okay? Because you do need to be here and this is where you should be. So the spins, the back and forth, this is kind of life now. It's not going to get slower. We have to acclimate. We have to get faster. Um, and that sounds a little wild to say that, right? Like, okay, like, shouldn't we be moving slower? No, you're going to be vibrating faster. So it's that acclimation period. So plugging into earth energy won't actually slow you down. What it actually does is attune you to the frequency the earth is actually vibrating at, which will help you to feel more grounded in your body as the frequency gets higher and higher and higher. See what I'm saying? So you're not really being asked to slow your body down. It's more like you're being asked to connect with the actual frequency that the earth is setting, not the people on it. Okay? Because people on it are full of frequencies, but I don't know that those are the ones you want. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, that is your I'm a little stuffy today. That is your violin. Ooh, this morning. The last one is going to be flute. So, again, today, if you're just joining us, it is piano, violin, and flute. We just did piano and we just did violin, and now we're shuffling for flute. Lori over here on TikTok says the earth is ground control when you are in flight. I love that. Ooh, Cassie, love that. All right. You ready? Okay. I have your flute message here. Tell me when you're ready. Okay. Instagram. Are we ready? Okay. Thank you. You have the stag, trust, and movement. Oh boy. What's up, my flute peeps? Okay, so if you picked flute today, maybe there's a good chance that you are about to do a thing, right? What is it? Are you moving? Like literally moving? Um, is it a career shift? Are you breaking up with somebody? Like there is a movement happening here, okay? And it's a shift of energy and it's a leap of faith. And maybe previous to this moment, you were like, that kind of an energy, but not today. Today, we're going to shift that energy because it is time for you. You get the trust card and you've got the stag. Don't forget about the stag. Remember what the stag does. The stag walks into a space and commands the energy, takes up space, and has confidence and walks in like this. So, trusting yourself, walking into this new space of your life with confidence, even if you are a little like trepidatious about it, fake it, right? Walk in with some vibes. Walk in with some vibes. Like, here's the thing, if you're going to do this anyway, you might as well do it with some swagger. Don't tiptoe in or sneak in or, walk in with your head down and being like, pardon me, excuse me, I'm so sorry, excuse me, I'm so sorry. No, 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 no. You're going to do it anyway. If the end result is you moving from one place to the other, exiting a relationship, entering a relationship, shifting jobs, whatever it is, if that's what you're going to do anyway, that's what the result is, can we please do it with a little bit of style this time? Okay? Please don't apologize to anybody, especially yourself, and walk in with some confidence. Throw your energy forward a little bit, right? We don't do that all the time. We don't always throw our energy forward, but today for you, please do. Like, cast that energy forward and create space for yourself that actually feels good, that you can create your own magic in, right? Take up some space. What is the point of hanging out with me, right? Because you're hanging out with me on Mondays and Fridays for the most part. Some of you more than that, right? What's the point of us doing this if you are going to tiptoe around your life and never throw your energy into anything, right? This is like reading books forever, but never trying anything. Awesome. You will have some adventures in your head, but like take your body and go do a thing, right? Like go live it, go experiment, go try something. Remember, whatever this is that you're about to like embark on that feels like such a big deal, there have been other moments in your life that felt this way. I promise you. And here you are still somehow, right? On the other side of this, I can't tell you what's there, except you don't know yet until you get there. And you creating scenarios about how it's going to go, why are you doing that? Why would you create scenarios about how it's going to go in a way that would negatively affect you? Why are you using your magic to create stress, anxiety, and panic? Because that is what you are doing. Why are you doing that? Why not instead take your magic and create a scenario that actually sounds good? Like the universe is not opposite sauce, right? It's not going to listen to you ask for the bare minimum and say, oh, she's so gracious and selfless. She's asking for the bare minimum. So I'm going to give her everything. Why would that happen? That is so insane and passive aggressive and weird, right? Like, ask for what you want. This goes back to the piano message. Ask for what you want and receive it. You asked for this. So receive it. Don't act like you didn't ask for it. You asked for it, receive it. Okay? You're not going to win any points by like sitting in the corner and being like, oh, I couldn't possibly, not me. I'm good with just the bread and butter. Like, whatever. Like, enough, guys. Like, you've been doing this, working at this, you've been doing all your work, right? What are we doing this for if not to make some moves? So, if when the movement card comes around and you feel like, oh no, why? When the movement card comes around, this is like the death card or the tower card to me. Whenever this pops up, I know one thing for sure. Things are about to change and I'm going to have an adventure. And so are you. So rock on. It's go time. Exactly, Janelle. For you, my flute friends. All right, that's your coffee magic for Monday. Reminder, which I hate to keep saying, but I need to because like business stuff. Donation links are in my Instagram and TikTok profile if you would like to buy me a cup of coffee. The enrollment for the Normalized Magic Workshop, which is a weekly workshop that goes in rounds of 12 weeks at a time, which is like Coffee and Magic, but just more intimate because we meet in a Zoom room and I keep it pretty small and tight. Um, that will be opening for enrollment for like a week, basically, after this Wednesday. So if you're interested in learning more, shoot me a DM. Otherwise, I am here Mondays and Fridays, 9 a.m. on Mondays, 10 a.m. on Fridays. I'm also available for one on one sessions. So nice to see you today. I love you. Good job. I'm loving how the cards are shifting their vibe for February. So that feels great. That feels great. And I will see you on Friday morning. All right. I love you guys. Mwah. Mwah. See you soon. Mwah. And goodbye, YouTube friends.